Hello and welcome to the NewsCast UK for the World of Tech.
This is episode 5, recorded on the 1st of November 2011.
Right.
Okie dokie. Yes, Josh, you needed to say something, I think.
Yes. A quick first note, David will not be regularly appearing on the newscast simply because he does not have the time to appear every week. However, he will be on a few times maybe, just to say hello and, make sure that no one thinks he's dead. And, yep, that's the first note. Now on to overviewing our videos we've done this week.
Yes, the first one looks like the Samsung smartphone Galaxy Fit unboxing.
Yep, so Galaxy Fit, that's
A Samsung
new
phone?
smartphone. It's a new Samsung phone running Android. So, if you just bring up the video here, I've neglected to watch it. I apologise. This is basically the new £99 low-cost phone for Samsung.
Looks pretty neat.
It's basically like the Galaxy Apollo was, which the one I've got is the low end Samsung Android offering that they do. They always do like a high one, a medium range one, then a low level one, like most Android vendors. But yep. So if you want to go and see that video, then
Link's on screen.
The link is on screen right now. And I'm sure you will enjoy it. All the information, like the specs, should be in that video. I say should be because I haven't actually watched it yet. I'm sorry. But next video we want to clear off is the
Halloween special eye pumpkin.
The eye pumpkin, yes. David did a Halloween special, creating a pumpkin with the Apple logo in it.
It's quite a nerdy thing, though. It's quite a nerdy thing, but it's really actually really cool. You should check it out. Click the screen now.
Yep. So for all you Apple fanboys who wanna know how to make a Halloween eye pumpkin for next year now, because we are one day late, so I'm very sorry. But well, use that video for reference, and you can make your own eye pumpkin. It's a very original name. I'm sure Apple will be suing us momentarily.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be. What's our next piece of news? Wait a minute, let me get the show notes. The Nintendo 3DS is selling pretty well in Japan. What good news!
Yes, so the Nintendo 3DS, it's been flopping really badly in really badly in Europe and the West, but in Japan apparently it's doing very well. Competing and completely slashing the likes of the PS3, the PSP, the Wii, the DSi XL, the Xbox 360, interestingly enough the PS2, the DSi and the DS Lite, which is apparently only sold 36 units in this month.
The what? The DSi?
The DS Lite.
Oh. I have a DS Lite.
So do I love it.
It's pretty good. I think it's nae bad, actually. Nae bad.
Yeah. I think that I've got a major complaint with the 3DS, and that is its battery life is considerably worse than the DS Lite.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much one of the reasons why I won't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because if I'm on a flight or in a long car journey, it will only just make it to the other end, whereas my DS Lite will keep going until I don't know, a few hours after, perhaps even a day after.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's our next story?
Something about HP and Dell and now having Linux, Canonical, Ubuntu, something.
Okay, so HP and Dell have, I presume, done an agreement with Canonical, who owns Ubuntu, the Linux desktop, and they are going to be offering it on servers and desktops, which is a win-win for Canonical because that means they actually have some sort of sponsorship going now and industry recognition, which is great for Linux in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think that it's a good base, something to start off with, because is this the first time that this has happened before?
I'm pretty sure there is a smaller vendor OEM for Ubuntu. I think it's called System 76, but they're not very big at all.
Well, no, because I've never heard of them. But HP and Dell, pretty big
They're, yeah, they're
guys.
two massive players.
So hopefully we'll be seeing some HP and some Dell Linux computers coming out in the next soon time.
Yeah, in the next soon. That's your time frame, ladies and
Quote
gentlemen.
for the day.
Next soon. The next soon. Anyway, what's the next story we're slugging off?
We're doing Battlefield. Oh, I've spelt it wrong here. But it's
Technical
okay.
issues,
It's
ladies and gentlemen.
okay. It shows how much we practice for this, and we do prepare for ages and ages and ages. And
Yeah. So, Battlefield 3.
Yes.
What are your impressions?
Yes. It's selling quite well apparently. It's sold like 5 million or something. Let me just check. Oh no, it's 10 million units already shipped.
That's not surprising.
No.
It is a Battlefield game. I mean, I don't like it because it feels too much like Call of Duty.
Oh, I love
that
Call of
and
Duty.
Operation Metro is.
I love Call of Duty. Give us a like if you like Call of Duty, or a comment.
I hate Call of Duty. Give
us a like if you hate Call of Duty.
I was about to say give us a dislike for it, but I'm thinking nah. That's a bit.
That's
bad.
just trolling.
Yeah. So well, if you get more dislikes than likes this time, then we'll know that Call of Duty is a complete waste of everyone's money and time.
Yeah, but
that's a completely different rant.
But last time only like 30 people watched this, so if you're one of the lucky 30 people listening to this, and you give us a like or a dislike, you will get absolutely no reward.
We have to start out somewhere. We've got to start out small, and then eventually we'll start gathering a following.
Mhm.
So it's all good. Don't worry about it. So it's 30 people. It's better than 0.
I suppose, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mhm. So next one.
Netbooks dying. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. Excuse me when I sneeze. I don't mean to sneeze when I do sneeze, but I will sneeze. Netbooks. Are the netbooks dying, Josh? Give us your thoughts and opinions, please.
Netbooks that how do I put this? The hardware for netbooks has not really changed since their initial release, other than just getting generally more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the form factor hasn't revolutionized at all. It hasn't had any evolutions. No one's really been putting that much into netbooks. I mean, you can get ones that are HD capable now, but so you can get phones that are HD capable now. So
Yeah. I think that probably. I definitely think that the laptop will outlive the netbook, without a doubt.
I think so too. Yeah.
I also think the desktop will outlive the netbook, because desktops are still going strong, actually.
Well, on that, there was an article somewhere. I think it was on Technobuffalo, but it was basically saying that potentially Apple could discontinue their Mac Pro desktop line simply because it is not profitable for them to make it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and there are very few people buying it. I mean, understandably, but of course, I mean it's really expensive to buy.
Yeah, it's like £1,000 for the cheapest model, actually.
£1,000? I thought it was like more like 2,000. But
no, it's £999.
Whatever, but
for the small screen.
You can basically get equivalent speed out of a higher end iMac, so it makes sense for them to get rid of it. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't shed a tear.
I would, because I personally think that the laptops, even though they look good on the outside, they look absolutely hideous on the inside. The Mac, the iMac that stands on your desk looks so much nicer than the MacBook Pro, and just like they discontinued the MacBook, I really hope they don't discontinue the iMac. Oh yeah.
Well, I don't think they'll discontinue the iMac because I think that is their best selling desktop.
What were you talking?
What
were you talking about?
Nothing. I was talking about the Apple and how the is. Basically, I don't think they're going to discontinue the Mac Mini or the iMac.
No.
I think they will discontinue the Mac Pro. Yeah. I think they will.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the iMac.
I was talking about the iMac.
Were you?
Briefly.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Move on.
Yeah, it's like £2,000 for the Mac Pro. Mac.
But anyway, yeah. So last impressions on whether netbooks are dying. I think they will.
Yeah, same.
I think we're all in agreement that it needs to go through a revolution. I mean, they haven't changed. They need to be more powerful than they are. They're not very fast, even with their AMD APUs. They're still not that great.
The Intel
They can't
Atom,
play games.
such a
Oh, the
rubbish
Intel Atoms.
processor.
That's the bane of netbooks. I mean, netbooks really need to adopt ARM processors. They really do.
Yeah,
The Intel Atom is absolutely atrocious.
it is shocking. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, you could theoretically put i3s in them, just low clocked i3s like 1.2 gigahertz.
exactly.
But even that would be a major step up from an Atom. Anyway, so what's our next news article
That's it.
then?
We're all out.
We're all out, are we? Well, I will find one for us and edit this bit out in the in post production.
Okay, I'll just keep talking.
We will
Okay.
keep talking.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, maybe we don't even have to edit this part out in post-production, because if I keep talking, then I'll sound like an idiot. And then, once you get an article, then I can stop talking and we can actually get on with some proper work.
Oh yes, I found one.
You got an article?
Shut up.
Good.
I has. I have found something. I forgot about it, and now I haven't forgot about it. But it's about Google TV. Do you know about Google TV?
2.0. Chinga chinga.
It is 2.0 very soon. Google TV is gonna get an update. So yep. If anyone's got a Google TV, I did see something somewhere that whoever's got a Fujitsu Google TV, or something or whatever, they're gonna get the update later. I think.
People with a Sony TV, I think, as well, are getting the update.
But it's basically going to be like Android phones. I mean, certain models will
Getting
get
the
the
market.
update.
You can get a market, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to bring back fragmentation again.
Yeah.
And certain Google TVs are going to have certain versions, and you know that's good. That's not good for Android's fragmentation issues as it is. I mean, some tablets run 2.2, some run 3.0, some run 4.0. Well,
Yeah.
very few run 4.0. I wish more would run 4.0, but it's going to be the same with Google TV now. One's going to run 1.0, one's going to run 2.0. I mean, you know, it's just going to be all fragmented and stuff.
To be honest, I'm not sure, but is Google TV a big thing over here? I think it's probably it's a bigger thing in the States, to be honest.
I think you're right there.
Yeah.
Same with Netflix and Hulu and stuff. I mean, even though the UK doesn't really have those sorts of services yet, I mean, they're still not very big, simply because we are traditionalists when it comes to technology. I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's your dose of tech for this week. We haven't got any more articles that are remotely important to tell you.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We do hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week.
Oh,
Thank you for
wait,
listening.
wait. Pause. I've discovered that I quite like Twitter. So if you want to follow me or Josh or the World of Tech, then you should click one of the 3 links that are going to be on the screen now. If you want to hear about the newscast, then you should probably follow me or Josh, because the newscast probably won't be on the World of Tech. Or you can follow David's Twitter. But that's like more stuff. Okay, bye.
Okay, thanks for listening, and we'll see you later on.